Hey guys, what's up? It's Cody. So I decided to do a little interview with my friend Molly. So here is that. I chose to do an interview with her because I feel like we have a lot of things in common, but we're in such different places in our lives. She has such interesting perspectives on things, and I always learn something from her. Usually it is in the form of the internet or a hike or interesting podcast listening. But anyways, so here it is. And alright. Hi guys, this is Cody and this is Molly. She is also a CrossFit coach of mine, but also a friend of mine. And want to tell them about yourself more?
A little about myself?
Yeah.
I'm much older than Cody.
Lies.
Let me see, I have 2 kids, I do CrossFit. Yeah, I don't really know what else to tell you.
Well, so let's see. As like a mom, how do you view being transgender? Like, how did me transitioning affect like you as a mom or your kids? Or
Yeah, I think it was a really great opportunity to expose my kids to a reality outside of what we experience in our family. So I was really grateful that you shared things about yourself from the beginning, even before we knew you're transgender, just getting to know you. Yeah, I think it's been great for my kids.
did you have any like hesitations or things like that?
I guess my only hesitation was maybe they might ask questions I wouldn't know how to answer.
Yeah, that seems to be a lot of people have questions. I think I know what you would be referring to.
Well, even beyond maybe those questions, it's just that it's your story to tell. So they might have questions that I couldn't answer because I didn't know, or just it's your story.
How do you think you would as a mom, how would you approach your child if they came out as either gay or transgender, or do you think it has shifted your view on if that was ever?
No, I think I've always been open to that possibility, and I think it'd be kind of cool. I like things that are outside of the ordinary, so yeah, I think I wouldn't have a problem. I wouldn't have a problem with it. I would, openly embrace them, whatever they were.
Kind of night and day how you and I were kind of brought up, I think. So now we're kind of well, that's cool.
Yes, very, very much brought up the same way as far as not accepting things outside of what was deemed ordinary or right, or
yeah.
Which kind of maybe prepped me to want more of what's outside of conventional
stuff. Yeah, and I don't know if you're comfortable saying how you grew up at all.
Yeah, I grew up as a Jehovah's Witness, so I would consider it a fundamentalist type of Christian religion. There's only one religion, only one way to be, only one way to serve God type of religion. So yeah, it was never a comfortable fit for me. Even from childhood, I felt like it couldn't be right that there was only one way to be. Or
do you remember a turning point or a certain thing in your brain that clicked at one point in your life that you just realized that there was something else?
Yeah, a couple. I remember one time coming home from school and talking about evolution, because we had learned about evolution in science class, and I always loved science class, and my parents just ooh, totally, surprised that had been taught at school and trying to unteach me, let's say, and teach me the right way, as far as what their religion said about creation. And I was like, no, that doesn't make sense to me. I think what I heard at school makes a lot more sense. I think that's right.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, I was always taught, like, at my school, we always had, we were taught, creation, and then we would have just debates, like creation versus evolution. So we always learned the creation side, and it was very biased, I guess you could say. It was just like, this is what we believed with evolution. It was just like, and then they had these kind of like outrageous, like, this is stupid because this can't come from this in like 5 years, and it's just like, well, whatever. Anyways.
Yeah. On that point, when I was a kid, the Witnesses had a book that came out. It was Creation versus Evolution, basically, and it was a whole book about why creation was right and evolution was wrong. And we spent the better part of a year studying that on a weekly basis when I was in grade school,
Wow. That's crazy.
It was a very strong, they really pushed it, and I still didn't. I didn't buy it.
Well, we've both come a long way. What would you say your perspective is on God now?
That's a tough one. I don't think that there's any religion in the world that defines God how I want God to be. Let's say I want him to be him, it, whatever, to be, so much bigger than what I know any religion teaches.
Yeah.
I think religions have made him in the human form, which is kind of the opposite. I'd rather be humans trying to attain a more divine form. Yeah. So that's how I feel about it now. Searching, looking for a way to define God and how that's part of my life. But flailing.
Yes.
Wondering, more questions than answers.
Yeah. Well, I think if we had more answers, we would stop looking for things. It kind of motivates you.
Yeah, live in the question. It's something I read not long ago, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna live in the question.
That's a good way to think of it. What have you noticed, as me transitioning, changed our relationship or our friendship in any negative or positive or anything along those lines? Or you can talk about CrossFit too, since we see each other in the gym a lot.
I noticed that you're a lot more confident. Still quiet for sure. We still have most of our communication, like we talked about earlier, still occurs
via the internet.
On the internet. But, I'm more comfortable writing as well. I mean, I talk a lot, but I also like to write a lot. So, yeah, I definitely noticed more confident. But other than that, I can't think of any change. You're still you. We're still all changing. You've obviously made a huge change, but I think everybody's in some sort of, state of transition in some way in their life, Sure. I'm transitioning out of active mothering as my kids get older and going, oh, who am I now if I'm not identified by that? So, I don't know. It's a big change for sure. I think I definitely really admire you.
Well, I don't know why.
Because it takes a lot of guts to be yourself.
Oh.
So.
Well. I don't even know what to say. What other questions would I ask you? Gosh. Do you have anything else to add with my feet painfully
Or your
kill
feet
me.
falling asleep. I think you need to do more squats.
Squats.
Yeah. I should have my heels on the ground right now, but for whatever reason, this position is comfortable.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, everything's cramping up.
And you can't put your knees on the ground because there's glass shards everywhere. Because I have brought you to a very strange place.
I think we should make everyone squat like that. Just put glass shards. And you can only squat.
Yes.
Do you have anything to add? Or, yeah.
No.
Okay.
No question. I guess, okay, I will tell you this one thing. I noticed in a previous video of yours, you bleeped out the name that I first identified you with. Mm-hmm. And I guess my hope for you is that eventually maybe you're more comfortable with that part of yourself and that part of your, and maybe you are comfortable with it, I don't know. I don't know your reasons for bleeping out, but my impression was like, oh, but that's still you, and maybe right now it's painful because there's certain things that are painful as we're transitioning, and I just hope for you that becomes maybe less so in the future.
No, like I still hear that name every day, especially with work and things like that. There's people that are in different departments and still come into the kitchen and be like, oh hey, and I bleep it out because I don't want people knowing it and then using it against me.
Okay.
Because it's kind of like a disrespect thing. Like if someone's mad at you, they'll call you like your birth name, or they'll misgender you, or if someone, it's kind of like a domino effect. If someone starts using your birth name, it just starts trending. Like there'll be days I won't hear it, and then it starts out, someone says it, and everyone starts doing it.
That's weird. That's weird because something came up the other day. We were talking at the gym. Two different conversations going on. One person said one word, and then like seconds later, the other person said the same word. And I'm like, words are contagious, so that makes sense.
Yeah, so that's why I believe it. Like,
okay.
I still can like identify with certain parts of, like, I'm not trying to like murder that person.
Yeah.
But
I didn't know. It seemed like I didn't know if there was an emotional component to it, but I mean that's a really practical explanation. But
so, any other questions?
No.
All right. Well, I guess we'll wrap that up.
That was fast.
It was fast. Peace out. So, partly fast because my legs are killing me.